Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming, and in this video I wanted to talk about Middle-earth Shadow of War and what I believe should be our strategy for these sort of games. These games that introduce anti-consumer elements by adding microtransactions in the form of loot boxes. Basically, people are saying that the loot boxes are definitely affecting the gameplay. Initially it is not affecting things, but after Act 4 it seems to get bad. The grind is quite severe, and unless you spend money, you'll end up spending hours and hours trying to level up, etc., in order to get the true ending. So that is a big turn off for me. The game is also not particularly special from what most people are saying. It is more of the same, which isn't a bad thing as far as combat is concerned. The Nemesis system was quite good, but they haven't improved upon this. They have definitely added more orcs, and they are now in tribes. The world is bigger, it has different regions, which is also good. Story isn't anything special, but it is still better than the previous one. And I've also, looking on Steam, read a lot of performance issues with this game. So what I've decided to do is basically wait for them to release a Game of the Year edition whenever that happens. My guess is around a year from now. And when the price drops to about $30 or so for the full version of the game, I will look into getting this, because I still think this would be fun, but we don't want to reward them for their microtransactions. And they have 3 different versions of the game. I don't like that as well. I would like to get the full experience of the game, so I don't like that at all. And because the game isn't that special, I think waiting a bit and paying around 30 would be fair for this. Over on Metacritic, now I don't personally care too much about Metacritic, but I do go and have a look simply to see the difference between the user scores and the reviewers. And with this game, the reviewers are giving this, the critics are giving this 84, and the users are giving it 3.1, something like that. So it's always funny to me how there is a huge disparity. Obviously the fans also tend to overreact, but the critics never seem to notice these things. Like, obviously if you get the game free and if you're paid to write these things, they never seem to have any problem with microtransactions and any of these anti-consumer policies. So I just simply wonder if they are on the side of the consumer and this, which they are not, obviously. I don't know why we even listen to these guys anymore. Anyway, my thoughts on this is wait till Steam Summer Sale 2019, maybe Steam Winter Sale 2018, and by then hopefully the price should be at a point where it becomes more reasonable. Now this is based on Warner Brothers' track record with their games and their prices. They tend to drop their prices fairly soon. Not fairly soon, but soonish, I would say, because if you look at the previous game, it does tend to drop quite a lot very quickly. That previous game, Shadow of Mordor, came out 2014, I think September, and I picked it up in the summer sale 2016, so less than 2 years later, and I paid about 6 something for it. So it was already heavily discounted for the Game of the Year edition. So if they follow the similar trend, we should get it under 10 in 2 years time. So that isn't too bad. But yeah, I think $30 would be a fair price for this, and that will also give them time to fix any minor performance issues and optimize the game, and that will also give time for the GPU manufacturers to release driver updates, etc. So overall, I think it's generally better to wait a bit for these sort of games, unless they are excellent at launch and they work perfectly and they have no anti-consumer policies, which this one does have. So yeah, so that is my opinion on this game, and I would like to know what you think. Have you bought this game? Are you looking to get this game? And do you think I'm being fair or am I being too harsh? So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.